Sanganek, a one-blood in Driftwood parlance, and among the drifters with their mixed ancestry, she stuck out like an emerald in sand. But the circle had wasted too much time already in doubt. Once the decision was made, she left within the day. The whispers and stares of foreigners were nothing, the contempt and even the risk of being mugged when weighed against her people's need. The bar was called Spit in the Crush's Eye, and it lay nearly across the shreds from what was left of Velrasuith. Greenhole to its neighbors, and even most of the Valrai called it that these days. That was why Alsonnet was braving the stares of the drifters. 2 days ago, she had called her home Greenhole. If something didn't change, they were doomed. She went from Greenhole to Wash, to Hepa to Hotside, and then after that she was into shreds she didn't know. She got snowed on in the place after Hotside, and 2 shreds after that got chased by things that looked like dogs but weren't, but the directions she'd gotten were good. And after about 4 hours of walking, she found herself on the border between Chopper and Tatu at Spit in the Crush's Eye. The bar suited its name, being defiantly cobbled together from fragments of a dozen worlds, patched with reed bundles, sheets of scrap metal, even what looked like half the trunk of a tree. Alsonnet received the expected stares and mutters when she walked through the door. But this was far from Velrasuith, far from where her people were known. They were reacting to her as a one-blood, a non-drifter, not as a green. She wasn't the only one-blood in the bar, though, for at the far wall she saw the man she sought. He was tall enough to draw the eye even when he was sitting. That was how Alsonnet first spotted him. Drifters, crossbreeds that they were, tended to average out the range of heights found among Driftwood's races. And even in the murky light of the bar, his skin shimmered a silvery blue, undulled by any foreign pigmentation, against which his black hair made a sharp contrast. But the sight of a fellow one-blood did not reassure Alsonnet. There was a certain uniformity to the unpredictability of drifters. One-bloods had their own ways, and she did not know what this man's ways were. Walking over to him took much of her courage. "Are you last?" she asked in one of the more widely used pidgin dialects of her side of the shreds. "I am," he said easily in the same dialect. "You?" "Alsonnet." His teeth glinted pure silver when he smiled. "I'm honored, then." Alsonnet blinked. "Honored?" "Your name. Sworn to Son. No. Faithful to. You're one of the Valrai. High-ranking. Only your important women have Son's name in their own." Alsonnet wondered if her jaw was on the floor. Valrai, not greens, and he knew them, knew their ways. They were in a bar clear across the shreds from Velrasuith, and he knew what her name meant. Even the people of the neighboring shreds didn't bother with that. Last's smile widened into a grin. "Come on. You came looking for me. Didn't you know what to expect? I'm a guide. It's my job to know things like that." With effort, Alsonnet regained her composure. "Yes, but I thought I came from outside your usual territory." "You do. But happens I used to have a lover who was Valrai. I still remember some things." Alsonnet wondered who the lover had been. If the stories were true, then odds were good the woman or man was long dead. She decided not to ask, though whether it was because she feared she wouldn't know the person or because she feared she would, she could not have said. Last leaned back in his chair and interlaced his long